Here with Kevin Hoffman, athletic director, head football coach for the Mart Panthers. How are you doing this morning, Coach?
I'm doing good, surviving this coronavirus stuff and just hanging out, working, doing a little work.
So how strange is that, just hanging out? As a football coach, you're a workaholic. That's part of the description.
Yeah, it is, and it's been getting close to 3 months now that we haven't been able to have any access to our facilities or being around our kids and working out and doing those types of things that we would do in the spring. And it's been some trying times, and we're all learning on the fly, and unfortunately we've missed this time, but hopefully we can get back to some sense of normalcy, hopefully starting on June the 8th.
So if you don't mind, talk a little bit about the impact of something like this on a town like Mart, where the school, if not the number one employer, is definitely in the top two or three, and is so ingrained in the community.
Yeah, everything in this town revolves around this school and all the different programs, not just football, but athletics in general, and band and UIL and the academics and all that stuff that we got going here. So it's been tough. It's been difficult, and not having any interaction, not only with just the athletes, but the rest of the school and the faculty and the administration on a daily basis that you're used to having. And now this week would be normally would be today would have been the last day of school, and tomorrow we would have had graduation, and we've had to change all those plans, and they've moved graduation to June 5th, and we're at least going to get to have some sort of normal graduation on our football field, and following all the rules that are in place for that. But yeah, it's just this school is what this town is all about, and we've missed it the last 3 months.
As you alluded to, June 8th, it's going to be a big date. We don't know all the details. Hopefully next day or so we'll learn what the rules and restrictions and what will be allowed to be done. But at least June 8th is going to be, you and your staff are going to be able to have contact with your kids in some format.
Yeah, hopefully, like you said, we don't know all the details, but June 8th, and we have plans in place, and it would have been kind of fairly normal what we would have normally done in a regular, if this wouldn't have happened. Typically after graduation we give the kids a week off, and then we make plans for them to come and work out throughout the summer, excluding the week of July 4th, giving that week off, and then we try to give them a week off before 2-a-days or whatever you want to call it now. Practice started. So typically, we try to get about 8 weeks in the summer. And if we get started on June 8th, I think we're still going to be able to get our 8 weeks. And what we can do with them, we'll figure that out. When the UIL tells us, gives us the guidelines that we're going to follow to a T. And we're going to do everything that we can, not just to get our kids, hopefully get them some strength and conditioning and get some normalcy back, but we're going to be safe. And we had our weight room and our facilities up at the stadium. We last week we had people went through and cleaned, and they did everything that they could touch and reach and possibly get to. We've had it cleaned and sterilized, and so the things up there, if we get started on June 8th, are ready to go, and we'll continue every day to follow those guidelines. And as far as cleaning our facility and trying to have social distancing while we can still get some workouts in. So we'll just see what the guidelines are. We'll follow those, and hopefully we can get 8 weeks of this summer, and hopefully football starts on time.
So 3-time consecutive state champion. I'm going to be, let's be positive, we're going to be back on the field this fall. We're going to play a season, no interruptions. I know what the expectations there are from everyone in Mart is to make it 4 in a row, but what do you have coming back? What do you think your team's going to look like this fall?
We're going to have a lot coming back. I know people don't want to hear that, but we basically lost 3 seniors. We lost 3 starters. So we're going to have eight starters returning on offense and 8 starters returning on defense. Our biggest loss is going to be, Tony Sanchez, our middle linebacker, who made all the calls on defense and did things to get us in the right positions. He's going to be a key loss. And then Kyler Martin, who was, our safety and our quarterback, was, he was the leader and, kept the team moving in the right direction and made the calls, not just on offense, but got everything in the back end of our defense. So those are going to be the 2 biggest losses, along with Chris Bledsoe, who was an offensive defensive lineman. So those are our 3 guys that we're losing. We're going to – our numbers, we're going to have – again, we had 14 sophomores on the varsity last year that won a state championship. So they were around as freshmen, got to taste some of it, and then played key roles last year. So the expectations are not going to change. We're going to go for that elusive 4-peat, and our young kids they're grown up. They've been a part of it, and then our main guy that everyone knows about, Rodrell Freeman. He's been. I've seen him a couple of times over the past 3 months, and he's been working out as much as he can, and he's been running through town, and he's looking for to do something that not a lot of people have done, and that's to play 64 games and win 4 state championships. And he's got a chance to do that. So he's motivated, he's fired up, and he's ready to go too.
Well, thanks for your time today, Coach, and best of luck. Keep everyone safe there in Mart so that we can see you on the field this fall.
Yeah, we'll do, and you be safe, and we'll talk to you down the road.